Hey guys, today we're going to be watching Pursuit Driver
And
in
if you're
custody.
wondering where the Olympic division of the LAPD is, that's going to be west of downtown.
Today
So
we are going to be watching Pursuit Driver in custody after hours long standoff in South San Jose Hills, California, November 14th, 2021. Let's get into it now. Bam! Let's get into it now. Okay, this is a high-speed chase. Guys, the high-speed pursuit had started just a few minutes ago. It started in the same area just a few minutes ago. And see the driver picking up speed a little bit, smoking. Not smoking, I'm sorry. Sorry.
That is now in the West Covina area. This is the LAPD's Olympic division.
Oh, sorry, my bad. He is driving slow.
The driver behind the wheel is wanted for assault with a deadly weapon for trying to use that car to run over an LAPD officer. Not once, but twice.
Yeah, he ran over an LAPD officer. Not once, twice, 2 times. He is in the West Covina area. The LAPD can get assistance from the local agency, which could be West Covina PD. They can call on the. So they're calling for the assist. They're calling for the assistance for the West Covina PD. He just jumped on the freeway, 60 freeway. Now. He just jumped on the freeway earlier on, just a couple of minutes ago. And see the driver that he has passed his chance to get on the freeway, and they will take over the pursuit. The CHP will be taking over the pursuit. So, hey, Popple. Hey, Popple. I'm gonna take a shower later. And he's gonna be on the freeway and the surface streets, because when you have that, they have the possibility of pedestrians. You could have a situation where the driver could T-bone another driver. Everyone's running in the same direction. That makes it more dangerous.
So hopefully he finds his way back to the freeway.
He finds his way back to the freeway. CHP is ready to take over this pursuit. Now he is driving not driving under him, driving erratically.
Azusa through Vine. Still in West
Covina. Those windows are very darkly tinted. We can't see inside. We can figure it out how many else inside the vehicle. They are wanted for the assault out of LAPD Olympic division. It just started up the west downtown streets onto the same area just several minutes ago, and he just got onto the 10 freeway, not 10 freeway, the freeways. We seen at 210 westbound, 110, 60, and the 60, and the 57 freeway. They're hearing them talk about spike strips, so they're gonna bring units that are equipped with spike strips. So, just to mention, you're going to the place after he passes that point. They're listening to their broadcast. They will wait until after that point comes up. We can tell you that the spike strips that have entered the conversation, but still no pit maneuver. This guy is going. It's just he's going just way too fast. Drew Nelson picking up speed. 60 miles an hour. Picking up speed. 62 miles an hour.
Alright, I'm going to the store. Getting right? Want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. Coming up to a stale red. Oh gosh.
Hurry up.
Driver.
Mission is in here. Don't leave. Are you gonna go? No. No store? No. This mission is here. Mission is
Driver
here.
is picking up speed.
Hold on. Mission is here.
So I'm hearing that some of the LAPD cruiser vehicles are starting to have trouble, and that's because they've been chasing this guy for a while. And,
Should I stay with Christian?
A few minutes ago that some of them were starting to get concerned
Christian's
about
here.
their fuel situation or their gas situation. And
Drop
so that's
something.
why they wanted the California Highway Patrol to come take over. So I am hearing that one cruiser...
They're gonna come and take over. They're hearing one.
Fortunately,
The
there's
cruiser is starting.
other cruisers behind
3
him.
cruisers behind him.
Buy them sometime at least to get some other
They will
agencies
buy
out
them
here
sometime at
assist,
least to
but
get some other agencies out here to assist.
We're gonna start entering sheriff's territory.
They're gonna start entering the sheriff's territory,
Come to assist at some point,
and
but
they
for
could
now,
come to
still
assist at
LAPD's
some
Olympic
point.
Division
For
in
now,
pursuit of
still,
this,
LAPD's
deadly
Olympic
weapon.
Division in pursuit of this assault with a deadly weapon. They were making a the car that was gonna hit him just made that turn onto Solon Street from Azusa. This is a residential area. Now, in terms of where this comes, where this car comes to a complete start and to it back. Signal from the helicopter is back on.
He doesn't have a friend, perhaps.
He doesn't have a friend, perhaps. He's looking to abandon the car.
Something we often see with police pursuits.
It's something we often see with police pursuits. Drivers tend to return to an area. The car is not familiar. As the registration comes back clear to Rialto.
Make that turn there onto Hurley. I'll widen out the shot. I just want to show you where this is at. So this is as residential as you can get, and that is always very nerve-wracking because you have the possibility of people.
That is also nerve-wracking.
Their bikes or what have you, so that
they're walking around, riding their bikes. Dangerous situation when he is on the freeway, for example. Continuing straight. Continuing straight on Hurley.
Making another turn. So this, his pattern, the way that he's
the way that he is turning.
Familiar with this area?
He is familiar with this area. It seems like every turn is quite method to go. They were gonna see him try to ditch the car, continuing here in the San Gabriel Valley off of Doverdale, whatever. Picking up speed, let's listen.
Okay, making another turn. Southbound on Galleno Avenue from La Puente Road. And I wanted to point out that there's actually something that is hanging off the back of the car. You may have noticed it. I'm sure everyone at home probably has a larger monitor than I do. My monitor's pretty small up here, so I couldn't quite tell what that was, but there's definitely something hanging from the back. It almost looks like it's one of his rear lights. If you look at, so if you look at the right light, that is there. So what is hanging is his left light. Unclear if that happened during the course of the pursuit or if the car was like that already. But at least that left light is hanging. And he keeps making turns. So this definitely looks like an area that he's familiar with. This is the same street he was just on. And unless you're familiar with this area, there'd really be no reason to turn on this street. So he's probably just trying to shake off the officers long enough. Somebody just threw something at him. Did you guys see that? Somebody was on the sidewalk on the top of the screen and threw something at the driver. So perhaps that's somebody he knows, perhaps it's not. But I definitely saw whoever was on the sidewalk throw something at the driver. I think I might be able to take a peek at him there for just a sec. Looks like he might be wearing like a black cutoff shirt. And I don't see anyone in the passenger seat. I can't see the back seats, of course. It's too darkly tinted. Turning on Hurley again. So let's see if we see that person again that threw something at him. Yeah, the LAPD is pretty confident that he's going to pull over here, and there he goes. He is running. The car is still going, though, so he's going to run into a home here on Doverdale. Doverdale and Richford Avenue. So he ran into this home. He didn't even try to park the car. He left it and drive. The car kept rolling. It crashed against a parked vehicle. And there are some people outside of that home. LAPD officers are approaching now. They know exactly where he went. So they're going to do a quick search of the vehicle to make sure that there is nobody else inside. And then they're going to start focusing their attention on the actual home. I'll try to get you a rooftop number here so we can at least get a block number. So we're looking at about the 400 block. Okay, so we're looking at the 400 block of Doverdale. There's all the officers who were in pursuit of this person. There's those two women who were outside of the home. It's unclear if they know this person, but they were outside of the home when he came to a stop. And there's an additional man there sitting up against that vehicle. He may possibly be a resident of that home. And you see the officers are trying to talk to those women. The officers are just trying to clear them out of here because they don't want them to be in a crossfire situation potentially. But it looks like they're trying to reason with the officers as to why they shouldn't be set off to the side. But now you see the officers there. And now they're going to forcefully move some of these women out of the way. Here's the man who was sitting on the trunk of that vehicle. They're going to gently escort him over. He appears to be an older gentleman. But this is the property where we saw the driver run to at the end of the pursuit. We have not seen him come back out. So he is likely inside. And these types of situations often become barricades.
And they arrived at the scene in west of downtown LA just about 10 minutes ago or so. And then the driver, that vehicle stopped and left it in drive. And it's where somebody runs into a home, and then the vehicle is no longer in motion now. They had to escort it. They just finally escorted three people because they're looking for that suspect of that white SUV that he bailed out just a few moments ago. And ow, 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 ow.
I am hearing the airship is asking for the assistance of LA.
They're hearing for the airship is asking for the assistance. That is the territory. They want that suspect to come out here. They're confident he is in that home. He's able to get away from home for some reason.
Have at least one officer or deputy at every corner ready to take that man into custody.
They're ready to take that man into custody.
To where he ran into.
Where he ran into, that is the one right here. And I know we've seen it. And the pursuit has been going on for about 20 minutes now since the police started this chase. They're into 30 minutes into the pursuit. We've seen that now for the past half hour or so.
Of course he is, Lois. I feel the same way. How come every
Heavily
time I'm
guy,
feeling happy,
what?
somebody's got to come along and ruin it?
Are you enjoying your coffee, sir?
Yeah, it's very smooth. Good flavor.
What if we told you that we secretly replaced
They were just north of the 60 freeway. Earlier on, we've seen it now for the past hour or so. They were just east of Azusa, and this is 400 block of Doverdale. Not far from Sheridan Golf Course. They're waiting for that. They've been outside for the past several hours now, and it's been going on for several hours. It ended, and now we have seen it now for the past few minutes at this point. I think, yeah. What happened to LAPD Olympic Division was in pursuit of a man wanted for assault with a deadly weapon, and now that one of those lights, that left tail light, was hanging just a moment ago. He jumped onto the freeway, the 60 freeway, 57 freeway, and the 210 freeway earlier on. We have seen it now for the past half hour. Where the driver circled this residential neighborhood several times. He finally abandoned the car. He didn't even put it into park, and it kept rolling. And it crashed. And it crashed that parked Nissan vehicle, the Altima thing. You guys seen that before? I want to see that. We will check it out at the end of the video. It will take an hour-long video or 25 minutes. It will take 20-25 minutes. Okay. It will take 20-25 minutes to do a video. The whole thing, and they will take him into custody. News helicopters spotted at this home here on that 400 block of Doverdale. We've seen it now. Let's listen.
So these types of situations often result in a barricade, which means that it will likely require that the SWAT team come out. However, we are in LA County Sheriff's territory now, so what would be the equivalent of their SWAT team could come out, which is the Sheriff's SCB team, the Special Enforcement Bureau, and they would set up some Bearcats around the home in the general area, and then try to take the man into custody that way. Of course, what they're trying to do now is just simply get on the loudspeaker and ask him to come out with his hands up and just comply so that they can take him into custody and not delay this even more. But for now, it appears that he may be somewhere inside of this home. There's a lot of vegetation around this home, so it made it difficult to see exactly where he went once he ran inside, but I last saw him running in the driveway area, and there's somebody there. Now, that man's clothing does not match what we saw earlier. However, that doesn't mean that he couldn't have gone inside and changed. We've seen that happen before. So the officers are going to try to get everybody who is in that home to come out, and then they will determine if one of them just happens to be the driver. Here's some people coming out. I'm going to go in my doubler so we can take a good look at them.
Lots of people coming out. Lots of people coming out. They're coming out of the vehicle.
There in the gray shirt.
Dog and a gentleman there in a gray shirt.
don't be surprised if you see the officers.
They're trying to tell the two women to go over here right now.
They just need to be sure. And considering that the person they saw run inside was a man, they want to make sure that they take anyone who remotely matches the description into custody, or at least detain them just long enough to figure out who is who.
To figure out who is the suspect.
So perhaps he told them that he needed to get somebody else out of the home. We did see, right when we arrived, that there was an elderly gentleman out in the driveway, and officers were able to escort him away. So this could be a situation where that man went back inside because there's another elderly person that needs to come out, and I think that's exactly
there's another elderly person that needs to come out. They sensed with assistance of that gentleman.
Now, I just have to
inside
add,
of the home.
We do not know if
they do not know if the driver even knows.
He could have picked this home at random.
He could have picked this home at random. Or see what happened was it ended.
So he could have picked this home at random, or he
could have picked this home at random.
So at this point, it's all very up in the air. The officers on scene are going to figure it all out.
They're gonna figure it all out. What happened when the wild chase that was? It ended, and he just crashed into a parked vehicle. Let's listen. You might know that there's a suspect. They're carrying an elderly man or a woman out of there.
And on the microwave, Kevin, yes, I can copy you. Go ahead.
What happened was the high-speed chase, and now there's more people inside of that home, or the suspect ran inside.
Okay, copy that. And for all of you watching us at home, I was just talking to Kevin at our assignment desk. We were trying to figure out what the game plan is going to be from here on out for us. We do have a ground crew on its way. They're almost here, and they're going to continue covering this story for us for the NBC4 News coming up later this evening. I believe the first newscast should be at about 9 o'clock, and then of course we always have the NBC4 News at 11 o'clock. We hope you can tune in for both of those, and we will have more on this story. By then, hopefully we'll have a resolution to this pursuit that ended here in a residential area.
It ended here in a residential street in San Gabriel Street of the Doverdale Avenue.
In the area, you're going to have the Sheriff's Department also here assisting with a perimeter.
If you happen to live in the area, there's going to be lots of police activity.
Still inside of this home. That is where officers last spotted him. But of course,
that's where the officers last spotted him. He is taken into custody.
To the police department.
There's report of any suspicious activity of any police report.
I'm Eliana Marino in News Chopper for Bravo, along with my pilot Fulvio. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you later this evening.
And it ended now. This is going to take hours for that suspect to come out. And there you have it. Check out this video, pops up here. And check out that Nissan Altima car commercials. We uploaded it a few months ago. So see you guys. Bye.